Welcome to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright. This show is all about honoring you as a spiritual being, having a human experience. You are here for a reason, and it's no mistake that you are here on Earth right now. Spirit has guided you to this very moment in time, so you could hear the messages Pam is about to share with you. She is a multidimensional healer, light language channel, transformation coach, wife, and mother, committed to helping you discover the tools and practices to empower you to live the best life you can. You get to choose the spirit path you take. You can connect to the spiritual guidance already all around you. Get ready to live a fully empowered life. This is the Empower Me Show.
Welcome back to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright. My name is Pam Bright. I'm your hostess for today, and I am so happy to be joined by my mentor and friend, Bryan Rawls. He is going to be sharing with you his experience of light language or language of light. They're intertwined as a name. Some people call it angelic song. Others call it galactic language. Whatever you call it this is this show for that purpose. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about Bryan and my experience of how we met. And then he and I are going to do an activation and a grounding for you so that you can really be centered in this now moment. So Bryan was on a radio show similar to this, and I listened in. It might have even been Alara Canfield, where you recently were with, because I had been following her for a while. But I heard him on the radio, and I was so excited because it was another language of light practitioner. And I had just recently been introduced to light language a few years before that. And that night, after his conversation with this talk show host, I had a dream about him. And I was like, I woke up in the morning and realized that I had a dream about him. And I went, you know what? I think he was working on me all night. That was really exciting for me because I'd never had that kind of experience before. And I immediately knew that I had to get a hold of him and really have a conversation and set up a session. And so I immediately did that. And our first conversation, I heard myself tell Bryan that I wanted to work with him. And I had no idea what that meant. And I really didn't know what it looked like. And it was interesting because he didn't really either, but he was open to whatever spirit wanted to happen, which is really my message for all of my programs is get connected to spirit, whatever that looks like for you, and you will be guided in every moment. So with that guidance, we started talking, and what got birthed from that conversation was my apprenticing with him. And this was the very first, I believe, the first time that Bryan had ever done that. And it was definitely the first time I had ever apprenticed with anyone. So it began this very long journey, a wonderful journey of learning from Bryan everything that he had been given in his lifetime and many lifetimes before that for his gifts of spirituality in this lifetime. So Bryan, are you ready to do an activation with me so that we can get folks grounded into this amazing conversation with us today?
Of course, I am always ready.
Wonderful. So I will start and then it will flow naturally. And everyone who is listening, just go ahead and really take this time to disconnect from all of the stuff from the world that you've been involved with whether it's work or pressure or conversations with loved ones or family or anything other than this now moment. So if you're in a place where you can close your eyes safely and just go within, and I'm going to do a little prayer, and then I'm going to open up to some light language, and I'll invite Bryan in to also assist with that. And we'll just both get you into this moment of male and female energies combined to experience all of who you are. So, creator of all that is, the one who lives and breathes within all things, I thank you for my life. I thank you for Bryan's life. I thank you for this amazing opportunity to ground in the next level of spirituality and privilege and honor of being human on this planet. And we ask now that all of our guides, teachers, and angels come forward to assist in this wonderful experience and adventure of being spirit in form. And we ask that all of them surround us with their angelic guidance. And the light beings come forward now to assist in whatever information and coding is ready to be brought forth. Ela taraki anaki sanaye. Ana senana wa ia babe yua. Ke utu e nana ina. Esa Bryan ayayeya.
Dodo kuratu kumononos zetoro shota kemoro kore eta kapatara eta kisitara maara eta kiash. Vero brano ore eta kaparahara eta kiashara eta repetias. Idora eta passato kurano okokota ara atakiastas. Vedore em okuda amo ore eka hayate esi. Vindur menua. Baduku ujetia pata ara etes hitiat. Vedabede eduku udiki hetereba et kota kashaturi. Reine kiwata pura etasit. Vedabata ara eshat kimene.
No yesate ikitina beki ibu. Sante kina yakarei anawe ena. And so it is. So Bryan, tell me a little bit about you and your history. Where did you come from? How much long have you been doing this work? All of that good stuff.
My family comes from basically all around, but mainly our energies are Romanian, English, Dutch, and Cherokee. And these energies have privileged me to basically search my energies back to the 1400s and come to find out my family has had many women that were healers and spirit workers and magical practitioners and studiers of natural religion or nature religions, even nature spirituality. My grandmother, her name was Georgia. She took care of me a lot and taught me her ways of the trade, which is traditional witchcraft as well as also hoodoo, and hoodoo is just basically Southern Baptist Bible magic. And basically with that, it had melded me to also look to my aunt for answers and whatnot. Also questioned my mother a lot with history about the family and whatnot. And she told me, my mother told me about her dreams and whatnot, and her prophetic dreams. And my aunt, my aunt taught me a lot about crystals and how crystals were of the earth and helped with opening up to our spiritual awakening. And then about, I would say every morning for probably about a good 6 months, I would have to sit at the breakfast table, and basically my grandmother would hold up a tarot card, and I had to tell her what that tarot card meant before I could get up and go to school. And if I did not tell her right, or if I did not tell her correctly, she would not let me get up and eventually would take me to school herself and tell the teacher why I was late. So basically that went on for about good 6 months, and then went to herbal magic and herbs, learning about them and all of her tricks of the trade. And then I started basically, well, I sat on her lap when I was a child and watched her do readings, which basically made me want to do readings. So I got my first deck of tarot cards, I think, when I was about, I would say, 9 or 10. And basically after that, what happened was she allowed me to have some of her clients, and then she started getting sick. And as she got sick, basically, that's when I took over her clients and also took over taking care of her and whatnot. And then I basically was subject to doing this as a part-time job along with nursing. And then after nursing, what happened was basically I took the call for spirit for me to do this full time, and I've been doing this full time for now about since 2012 full time, but I've been doing this since I was about 16, so about 22 years.
Woohoo!
So,
That's great. So we're about to take a break.
okay.
But when we come back, I'm going to ask you my signature question, which I ask everyone. You can think about this on the break, which is, what does it mean to you to be a spiritual being having a human experience? And we definitely want to hear that from you, as well as we're going to take some calls and hear from some folks in the chat, hopefully. The number to call in if you're interested is 1-800-930-2819, and we'll have that up on the screen. And everyone who calls in, please give us an email so that we can send you the free gift that Bryan has for you. And we then can follow up after the show as well to, answer any questions that you have, offer you any extra services, that type of thing. So we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk more with Bryan Rawls. I have my special guest, Bryan Rawls. Bryan Rawls with me.
Yeah.
And so Bryan, I asked you a question before our break, which is, what does it mean for you to be a spiritual being having a human experience?
Well, being a spiritual being having a human experience is very enlightening and awakening at the same time, because the energy is so intense being in a physical body that I like to pop out every now and then and go wander, because we are allowed to do that, because we have that cord that keeps us attached to our body so we do not lose it. So it's interesting how we can how we can basically be who we want to be on the inside and allow for that to radiate out. If that makes
Absolutely.
sense.
Yes, it does. So it's like awakening to the spirit within.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, most
absolutely.
definitely.
So tell me, Bryan, what your understanding of what I call the divine reset. What would you say is going on with that? And when do you think it actually started for us?
Okay, so the divine reset started actually when Sahara came in. So we have Akash, Sahara, Nasira, Nasira Polaris, and then Shayata, and then Anavia coming in on December 21st of 2021. These are going to be eventually 12 divine divas that are governing the divine feminine principle around planet Earth, which these particular beings are basically books, or for lack of a better understanding, there are frequencies of energy that allow us to awaken and awaken appropriately for that particular time period, because each time period has a specific frequency that goes with it. Like the past 6 months. The past 6 months was a big emotional reset. Okay, so this upcoming 6 months to December 21st of 2021 is actually a spiritual awakening. Okay, so this basically awakens those folks that are not awakened already. All right,
Great.
and then also allows for those energies to be more fluid or have more fluidity to them. So basically, that's a little bit about the divine reset, and it actually started right around 2016.
Okay, great. So we do have somebody that is on the line, and I'm sure that he would love to hear a message from you to him. His name is Bobby, I understand. Is that correct?
Yep, this is Bobby out of Florida. Here we go, Bobby.
Hello, Bobby. How are you?
Hey, it's Bobby. How you doing?
Hey, sweetheart.
I'm doing great. Hey, Pam. I love this light language stuff. It is so awesome and it is so cool.
Wonderful. So what's your question, Bobby?
My question is, I was hoping to get a light language blessing. We've got, hopefully it won't be too bad, but we have a tropical storm that's going to be coming by us tomorrow night, and I'm just wanting a little light language blessing of peace, and also just to be more grounded in my light language. I've had Pam activated in me, in the light language in me, on May 11th, and so this Sunday will be 2 months since I've had it.
Oh,
so I
wonderful.
just want to get more into that as well.
Okay. Well, first off, I want to tell you a little bit about the storm that's coming, so you can have some protection to cut the winds. What you can do is you can go outside with a knife. You can use a butter knife. You can use a real knife. And I want you to throw it in the 4 directions, and that will cut the winds and cut the speeds of the wind. All right, and that will show protection around you. So I don't know exactly how Pam wants to do this light language blessing, but I think we might tag team it. That's
that'd
what
be
I'm
great.
getting.
Yeah, good.
So how would you like to start, Pam? Would you like me to start first, or you?
So I think that you have already set it up. So Bobby deals with hurricanes as well as big storms. So that energy is something, if Bobby could, maybe you can share a little bit about what you've been experiencing with the different elements. that are part of your team.
Okay.
I know the wind and the thunder and the lightning are part of my team, and
Yes.
I think the biggest part of my team is probably Rosette, and also Bodhi Tree. Bodhi Tree's been a safe haven for me when we get storms. I see myself going inside the Bodhi Tree for safety, and my team surrounds me and holds me.
So what I want you to do, Bobby, is I want you to just place your... Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bryan.
Okay, so Bobby, just go ahead and place your feet flat on the floor. And I want you to raise your hands either like this or like this, like you're receiving grace. And just allow for the energy to flow. And you're going to hear some tones coming from the drum or the frame drum, and then also from a voice. Ito kokukotahara te kelo kutopo ures tu makatakias. Zepo kotoko ore na ari te imuno okotelo papapaya takiastai. Rino makote helokure kata hash kutaramini. Rine estiasare nemo kutapore ishtamanoe. Ratelas, vela pakotuku una, dayala pehelesh. Read udar it ukutahar it monokos. Zedam bahot ele peroti hine kiapakwastai. Rokotekas hatsasiam nanar it epokutu ud. Di budara hadadeneet. Dor ito lubukut, jando la bokatayas, zindele hele holok ut amaraya dudesh tisti atanamne kit amana at ayat urish, retu manas.
It ut at tarai gita pa yekunana tarewa. Ewa yawa yewu nana yawa yewa newa yawa ewa wawa ewa na ya iya.
La crea shature etapata amoro sototure etapaan. Okay. So, Bobby, I want to let you know that you have a gnome energy with you. This is a very earth elemental energy. You need to understand that he is coming in from your right side, but my left. Okay, so your right side, he's coming in on your right side, my left. And he's a little short stature feller, but his name starts with a P, and
a T, okay.
Yeah, a P. I'm not getting anything as far as like the rest of it, but it starts with a P. But maybe Pam has something that she can give you, but definitely start connecting with this gnome, because this is a particular spirit that will help you communicate, as well as also work with the elemental energies around you.
I'm hearing poi.
I think I'm getting...
You're getting something too?
I'm getting Ted.
Okay.
I'm getting Ted.
All right. So you are connected as well, Bobby. And I know this about you. So just connect in after this call. Just connect in with the guidance that you know you are connected to, and ask. Because your intention is everything. So when you are have your intention for knowing, that's where you really get hooked in with that, and you will be given exactly what you need when you need it. So I want to make sure, Bobby, that you know about Bryan's gift that he is giving. Bryan, can you tell Bobby a little bit about what you're going to be sending him?
I'm actually going to be sending you an activation that will help and guide you through the next 6 months, as well as also help you begin to start downloading and uploading your light codes basically on your own, so you can kind of call them in, because I believe as if everybody is entitled to this ability to do so.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Cool.
So Bobby, you gave your contact information to our producer, Edvine?
Yes, I did.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I have it right
Perfect.
away.
So we'll get that,
Yes,
that gift to you. We'll get that sent out to you. And thank you very much for calling. And keep in mind that our
Thank
services,
you, Pam. Thank you, Bryan.
both Bryan and I are available for services anytime. You just need to schedule that with one of us. And we're going to take another break here. But if you want to call in, anybody, the number is 1-800-930-2819. And we're going to be right back. We're going to talk about the Divine Divas some more. Welcome back. You're listening to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright, and I have my special guest, Bryan Rawls, with me. I'm so glad you're here, honey. I call him honey just because we've known each other for so long, and he is my sweet, sweet friend and my mentor. And I'm so thrilled and honored that you're here, Bryan. So tell us about your knowledge of these beautiful divine divas that you have been connecting with for the last, what, 10 years, 5 years, whatever years.
6
and
years.
who are they and what messages do they have for us now, as well as whatever you're getting about them in the future?
So these beings are feminine energies, and each of them has had an animalistic type of energy to them. Sahara was a lioness. Nasira was a panther energy. And Polaris had a very Sekhmet type energy. And then it started getting very humanized, because there's energy that is getting ready to change for us in a very drastic way, to where not only are the folks that were not awake are going to be waking up, but we are all going to be shifting into that that third helix of our DNA, because we have 2 helixes that are in power at the moment, but we are also getting ready to start activating that third helix to our DNA. And that third helix allows for it to be a super DNA helix, which basically brings in and turns on more codons and more memories and more energies of our soul's existence. Our soul has originated in many different galaxies, many different stars, many different planets, many different solar systems, okay? Even also on many different planets. So we haven't just originated from this planet, but we've also originated from other planets that allows for us to really be open to experience and really finding out what we need to awaken into our most powerful self, more like. So basically with that, what they are showing me here is that they are keepers of light frequency. And as they are keepers of light frequency, they are downloading us with photons. And these particular photons, as they turn on, what happens is they will activate more of us at at more of like a face value for what we are, what we know our spirit's worth. You understand what I'm saying? There's many belief systems and values that are currently being cleared from us, so that we can start walking in our truth and being who we really are, because we are multidimensional beings. We are not beings bound by 3D. All right, because you understand that the 3D is a matrix. 3D is a matrix that is bound by laws, by universal laws. And when we take in the power and take in the energy of the divine divas, what happens is we are not bound by those laws, because we are in creator's energy, creator source energy, the seventh plane of existence. That seventh plane of existence allows for us not to be bound by those laws, not to be bound by the law of time, not to be bound by the law of cause and effect, not being bound by the law of truth, or the law of divine oneness. All right, so we are not bound by these particular laws, so we are able to flourish more for what we are as a spirit and what we are as a human. Okay, because 90% of the human population, I almost guarantee you that 90% of them are hybrids. Okay, and that is and that's truth right there.
Now, can you explain what you mean by hybrid for those that don't understand that?
Hybrid is hybridized beings are beings that are actually carrying extraterrestrial blood in their blood lines. Okay, in their veins, they are actually carrying this in their veins. Okay, so I'm one of them. I'm actually a hybrid being. Pam is a hybrid. David is actually a hybrid by two specific beings, and Pam is actually a hybrid by 4 specific originations. So that right there, what I mean by is they can be Sirian, they can be Pleiades, they can be Orion, they can be Lyran, they can be Cassiopean, they can be Pluxian, they can be Procyon. I mean, the origins are endless, and that's 7 of them that I just spoke there. That's just skimming the surface.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there are tons and tons and tons of stars out there that we have originated from, that has more capabilities than what the natural human here on planet Earth has. Okay, so reach out, connect to the stars. Don't limit yourself by these dumb laws that we have here in the 3D, because we as humans, we as the gritters of humanity, we open up to ways of creative expression as a hybrid.
Yeah. So maybe what I'm getting that would be helpful, because some of these terms may be new to some of the listeners. My understanding of what's coming in now is that many of us are holding a lot of karma that we came in with. So maybe it would be helpful to do a little bit of releasing right now, to release some of that, so that people can be more open and willing to receive the codes that are coming in for us to assist ourselves in at the moment. How does that sound?
Yes, that sounds fab.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Cool. So we're just going to tag team again this light language for you folks, and know that whatever we're channeling in for you is to help you release anything that no longer serves you at the moment. Okay. And this is not a one-time process. This is something that can happen multiple times over and over again in order for you to really be receptive to what is new for you. So Bryan and I are going to do that for you now, and know that both of us, for the services that we provide, can assist you in this process on a regular basis. And you can just schedule with us for that after this show. But for now, just go ahead and allow yourselves to receive the energies that are being ready to be released. And we're going to connect in with your soul. Any of you who are listening now, and know that those things that are being channeled are going to release out anything that you no longer need right now. Et harate da it ade ke tungu da et anda. Ikin mana saneke undada ndeu undenu etuna se kita huna sa da ida inda nenuku.
Delepa koto kushana kala kriana asta peremene kyotor etekmanaya shati. Verboror in makot atarapaya de eshitmanaya stati. Take a deep breath in, connect with the life force. After the parakutara skutara prano obotiki, budokata, purakata yish kutarapaki. With the bula kuta hura ana atote estiata kashkatara yuno ut undawa.
So in the middle of your body, connected to your spine, is what we call the pillar of light, or also called the divine column. In the spine, your central nervous system connects in with this rod of energy, or this light pillar, column of light. And I want you all now to connect in with that. It looks similar to this selenite wand that I have here. Just imagine that as light, and it's expanding in your body and expanding light all through you now. And we bring in whatever divine divas our energies are ready for you to receive right now. And Bryan, you may know what that energy is that wants to come in right now that will be appropriate for us to receive in this moment.
So the divine diva that is stepping forth is actually two of them, and it is the one that is in power now and the one that is getting ready to step into power on December 21st, and that is Shayata and Anavia or Anavia. Okay, these two particular beings, one is a galactic shaman, and the other one is actually, she hasn't let me know yet. So, so what we're going to do is we are going to bring in these two particular energies to better acquaint your energy, as well as also download and bring in their energies for you. So I call upon Mother, Father, God, my guides, the Ascended Masters, and all the beings of light from on high. Call in Shayata winds and Anavia. Shayata winds and Anavia, we call upon you now. Step forth into this energy field. Step forth into this circle and circle all participants or all who listen to this recording or to this live show. I ask that you download into their 8-cell blueprint at the perineum. Take deep breaths in. Ala poturi ishkotara hawa atakasi amene ele kura okuti kim mene la kotki ish Demboa tahare inesi sitiamono ora ekapataka asht delo kure manaak de helestiacion do maak ayesteki una akat kubarakata yestesit monokut in eshtaatki delo ut amahanas delo pataka asht munaki or emakotaka sava.
We thank these divine divas for stepping forward now. And we ask that you work with all of the beings that are ready and open and willing to receive you into their 8-cell blueprint, into their souls, into their light bodies. And we ask that to start working with all of the body system, all of the different systems within each body. Etaraki akeru, naneru, nanderu, nane mama, esu o te kukutaki ade kumba. And we also ask the angelic presences to really create a wonderful foundation for those that are listening for their next steps into their future selves from this day forward. And so it is.
And so it
So
is.
we're going to take another break. It's the last one that we're going to take, and then we're going to just wind it up and bring it down to a place of quiet. And think about, Bryan, how you'd like to assist those with a very quick, just maybe couple step process when we come back of aligning people to who they are and what their life is about from here forward. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. Welcome back to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright. I am here with my dear friend and mentor, Bryan Rawls. And Bryan, I want you to please share with the listeners a quick way that they can align their energies, especially when they're a little out of sorts and they just really want to do a quick 1-2 kind of thing.
Okay, so it's very easy, very simple. Remember, our bodies respond, our bodies and soul respond to sound and language and our voice. So what you need to do is just make sure that your feet are flat on the floor, and basically you make sure that you take a deep breath in to center yourself and gather all your energy back for a moment. Bring it into the heart space, connect with the life force energy of Mother Earth, and basically command, creator of all that is, it is commanded that I be taken to the 7th plane of existence. Thank you, it is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. And then feel that energy just drift up, and you'll instantly shoot up to the 7th plane, and you'll go probably past lights and stuff, a white light, a blue light, a pink light, a green light, and then kind of like a jelly-like substance. Those are the laws. And then you'll go straight past that jelly-like substance, and you go straight to the bright white light, almost like a rectangle looking, and you'll shoot through that that entrance, and it will be basically the 7th plane of existence. As you're in the 7th plane of existence, you're not bound by laws. You are not bound by time. You are not bound by the law of cause and effect. So enjoy your moments there. Enjoy your alignment there. Enjoy your balance there, because that's really what the 7th plane of existence is all about. That's also where instantaneous healings happen. So anything can happen while you're in the 7th plane of existence. I recommend that you ask to be in the 7th plane of existence at least twice a day. Once in the morning when you wake up, and once before you go to bed at night. And I always do that, and I find it very, very awakening, very expansive, and very light receiving. So
Perfect.
I hope that helps you.
Thank you
And
very much.
there you go.
So yes, so those of you who work with me around a spirit team, that's also a great time to connect in with your spirit team. Whatever your spirit team looks like or sounds like, or you connect with that as well, because that will get you all hooked up. I do something called the Daily Hookup that I've talked a little bit about in my program, the Full Body Wellness System program. Bryan, how can people contact you if they want to work with you and get services?
So you can all contact me at my website at www.amagicaljourney.com. That is AMAGICKALJOURNEY.com. You can also call my office at 586-659-9620. You can also email me at angelicguidance13@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to assist you. Also, go to my website and sign up for updates and new email advertisements. And all new subscribers will receive a free 10-minute reading with me attached to a current reading that you have or that you can redeem by itself. So
Woo!
any new subscribers will get something from me too.
Awesome. I'm so happy that you've been here. What a wonderful, wonderful time. And I can't wait till you come back.
Yes, I will be
next,
more than happy to come back.
Yes. So next month on the Language of Light episode, we're going to have another special guest. Her name is Lola Singer, and she does other forms of light language. She's a singer as well as a speaker, and she does wonderful artwork with light language. So I'm excited to have her. Next week, I'm going to have my dear friend Natasha, who is, she calls herself a everyday modern witch, and she is going to bring in the first of the 4 elemental energies of air. She's going to bring air in, and we're going to talk about the cosmos and all kinds of great stuff. So you can contact me at the empowermeshow@gmail.com or go to brightbutterflyenterprises.com. We are so thrilled that you're here and that you shared your life with us. As always, be true to who you are and love you, love you, love you. Thank you, Bryan, for being here, and we look forward to our connection next time. From me and the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright, thank you very much. Have a blessed day.
Thank you for listening to the Empower Me Show with Pam Bright on Transformation Talk Radio. Tune in every Monday at 3 p.m. to learn more about living a fully empowered life. Remember that your life is up to you, and you can choose the spiritual path you are on. There is spiritual energy and wisdom in everything and everyone around you. Listen carefully for what the universe is trying to tell you in every moment. You are already being guided along your journey. Call upon your spirit guides anytime you need help with anything. Know that you are safe in every moment, even if it seems that you are not. For more information about Pam Bright, visit brightbutterflyenterprises.com or email theempowermeshow@gmail.com. Thank you very much for listening. We hope to see you next week.